Hi everyone, welcome back to a video on my channel. Today I'm going to be using the Nail Reserve Builder Gel. I'm going to be using Rosy Fusion, which is the pink one of the two that I got. The other one was like a nude colour, and it's called something Mocha, I think. Let me just grab it. Blush Mocha? Yeah, Blush Mocha, which was a nude. I did swatch both of them in a previous video, and this is what they look like. Very pretty, nice natural colours. I'm going to be using the pink one for my nails because the nude one is pretty much the exact same colour as my skin. So that I don't think that would really go very well, so at least the pink will stand out a little bit more. I'm sort of hoping it's like a semi-transparent because then I can do any sort of design on top. It doesn't really matter about the base colour. The colour that I've got on at the moment is a Gelbox UK gel, and it's very pigmented, which is brilliant, but because it's such an obvious colour, it doesn't go with every single colour I could possibly put on top of it. So I'm going to do this hand as usual, like I always do on camera, like just these nails. I'm going to remove the gel that is on them already by debulking with an e-file, and then we're going to apply this one and then do a quick design at the end using the first nail art product from Sparkles UK Advent Calendar. So we're going to be using Dorothy, which is this beautiful foil, red foil, so it's of course going to be a Christmassy design because we've got red foil, so it has to be. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I need to, like I said, remove these first. So I'm quickly just going to shut the blinds in my conservatory because it's tipping it down rain, but that can still cure my gels. So 1 second. So this is the bit that I'm using. It's just a cheapo one. I just use cheap ones on myself because I'm too stingy to use the expensive ones just to do my own nails. Of course, I wouldn't use these on a client, but they're helpful for just me. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to remove one on camera, and then, well, I'm going to do one in real time on camera, and then the other 3 I will do on camera but sped up and not talk through it, just to make it a little bit quicker. So I'm being really careful not to touch the natural nail with this bit. I've got it on 23,000 RPMs. A little bit of lift in there. Make sure you're very careful around potential lifting because it can be really sore. Let's actually make sure that my phone's even looking at my nails. Yeah, it can be really sore for yourself or your client to file over lifting. So if you file just before it will then ping off easily. I'm going to be taking the length down of my nails as well. I know they're really short already, but I don't know, I'm just really preferring shorter nails at the moment, so I am going to be shaving the ends off, but I'll do that with another bit. So like I said, I'm just going to do that quickly on camera, and then I'll do the rest sped up. Okay, so I've just, as you saw on that quick snippet, I have just removed, or well, not all of, there's a very, very thin amount still left on my nail, but I don't want to get rid of every last bit with that bit because it's very coarse and will just rip through my natural nails, which we of course do not want. So I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia bit now from Willow Academy, and it looks like this. I'm going to put that on 6,000 RPMs, and I'm just going to go around the cuticle area and side walls to push back the skin. I'm sort of using this as a cuticle pusher to make sure that there is nothing on the skin that shouldn't be on the nail, sorry. And and also revealing more nail as well by pushing them back. I'm going to go in this direction first, and then I will pop my e-file in reverse, making sure to turn it all the way down to 0 and make sure that it's not spinning anymore before I put it into reverse, because it's like putting your car in reverse when you're moving forwards. You just wouldn't do that. And then just going to go the opposite direction. In line with the nail, so it's not like this, because then you're going to get an indent. You want it to be in line with the nail and not putting a lot of pressure on. If you're having to put a lot of pressure on any of your bits for them to do their job, it means that they need changing and they're too old now because they've gone blunt. So I've just popped a oh my god, what's it called, a sanding band on my mandrel, and I'm just going over the whole nail now with that. Again, same applies to this. Be really gentle. These are of course one-time use things, so you need to just use them once and then throw away, because they are just disposable, but still a lot cheaper than hand files. And really, really helpful for getting into every nook and cranny. So I know I have removed builder gel on my channel quite a lot lately. I wouldn't typically remove all of my builder every time I do them. The only reason I've done that is because the videos have been builder gel videos for different brands. And because I use my nails with builder gel on as a base for designs on here, I can't like infill with a new brand in a different colour, because then I end up with multiple colours growing out on my nails, and then I can't use them as the base because they look crazy. Especially if the colours are not opaque. But anyway, I'm just going to quickly finish these last 3 nails off camera, because it's pretty boring, and then we can move on to application. So I am going to take the length down. I'm going to do it with my hand file just to make sure I don't take off too much, because my skin is quite high at the back of my nails. Okay, so this is what I am working with. Just get rid of some more dust. Just give them a good scrub, make sure they're all clean. And this is what we have. Cuticles look a lot worse on camera than they do in person, which is annoying. Anyway, so I'm going to go straight in. They don't actually mention base coat on their application guide, but I'm going to use it anyway. Just because I've got the base coat, so I might as well use it. So I'm going to go straight in. I'm using the fingers surrounding the nail that I'm painting to pull the skin back away from the nail, so it's easier and less likely for me to catch the skin with the product. And then I'm just going to go ahead and apply my base coat. It's a nice and thin base coat. There we go, like so. I'm just going to apply that to all nails. I'm keeping an eye on that first nail because it's a new product that I'm working with that I haven't worked with before. I don't really know what its limits are, so I don't know if I need to cure as I go along, like just a quick flash cure, or not. So I'm just going to play it by ear. And once I've done this nail, I will check that index nail to see if anything has ran anywhere, and if it has, obviously we will redo it, and we'll also know that we need to very quickly flash cure between nails to make sure that we don't have any excess seepage, and we don't, so that's good. But I am just going to cure it for 10 seconds. I'd help if I turn the lamp on, wouldn't it? I wouldn't know why it's not working. I'm going to cure it for 10 seconds just to make sure that it stays where it is, because I don't want to have to mess about removing it. I'm on a time crunch. So that's that, and then I'm just going to apply it to these two. Okay, so they're all base coated up and I have cured fully. It says 30 seconds on the bottle, so that is what I did. Now we're going to go in with the builder gel, so I'm going to just get a really small amount on my brush. Not a really small, but a small-ish amount. I want enough on there to cover the nail, of course, but not too much where it's going to be a big blob that I've got to manoeuvre about. So I'm just painting on this time, just like I did with the base coat, basically. Pulling that skin away from the side walls again to make it easier for myself. And it says on the website to apply this in thin layers, so I'm going to do exactly as it says. I'm going to do this layer first, and I'm going to cure it, and then I'm going to do another layer but slightly thicker. So this one isn't a slip layer because I am going to cure it. I'm going to see if I can get away with doing 2 nails at a time, so I'm going to do the middle one as well. And then the next layer, like I said, I'm going to do thicker, but not thick, because it literally tells you to apply it thinly, so we don't want to do anything we shouldn't. Following the manufacturer's advice. I'm going to pop those in for a quick flash cure, just in case, like I said, it's going to move. So I'm just giving it probably, I'm going to do 15 seconds just to keep it where it is, and then once I've done the builder gel on the other two, I will put the whole hand in for a full 60-second cure. It does actually say on the bottle that it's a 30-second cure for this as well, but I'm gonna go for 60 seconds. It just feels a bit more right. So I'm just going to quickly do the thin layer on these 3 as well. So now that's been in the lamp, I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to leave it uncured, and we're going to apply more on top. So this is my slip layer, which is basically where you place some gel down. So it acts as a layer that your next builder layer, like your thicker layer, can like float onto, basically. So we're keeping it uncured and then going in with a bead on my brush. Definitely a bead that's too large, but I'll take some of the excess off my nail, it's fine. I'm just going to get the excess off now. And then I'm going to manoeuvre that around my nail. I am taking a little bit of the bulk off because I did add quite a lot. And obviously, I just said I was going to apply it thinly. And then I'm going to find my, oh gosh, the brush that I used to manoeuvre, which I should have got ready. There we go. So I'm just going to make sure my brush is clean. It seems to have self-leveled nicely actually in the time that I've been mucking about trying to find my brush. So that's good. So with this brush, I'm just going to take it right up to the side walls and free edge and make sure that everywhere is coated. And the cuticle area as well, of course. To get a nice even coverage. And I'm just going to check from all angles that it is where I need it. This is a lovely consistency actually. It's like thick enough to get strength, but thin enough to manoeuvre quite easily, which is nice, and paint quite easily as well. So I'm just going to hold my nail upside down for about 10 seconds. I don't usually do this because this is quite, it seems like quite a thin formula. I'm hoping that it'll do a good job naturally falling the way you want it, which it has, which is very good. So I'm just going to tweak it a little bit to get some more up by that cuticle area, because I didn't pay any attention to my nail even being where I needed it when it was upside down, but never mind. And then I'm going to pop that into the lamp. So because it does self-level on its own, I have popped it in the lamp just to flash cure it, because usually I'd do this nail on, like if it was on client, I was doing both hands, I'd do this nail on that one, pop it in the lamp, do the same nail on the other hand, and then vice versa. So I'm only ever doing one nail at a time. Obviously I don't have the other hand to do, so I've just popped that in the lamp for now, just for a quick flash cure, because it's going to be back in the lamp in not that long anyway after this nail. So again, going in with my slip layer. Have got too much on my brush, I'm just going to remove some, because this isn't my bead layer, this is just the slip layer. So if I flood it with this, we're really doomed, because I haven't even put the building layer on yet. Okay, and then once, oh gosh, I've got it on the nail next to it, look. I'll sort that out in a sec. Once I've done that, I'm then going to get my building layer. So being mindful of how much I'm actually adding this time, and not adding loads like I did on that last nail. And I'm not actually going to take it up to the sidewalls this time, because now I know that it's a slightly thinner consistency. I don't need to take it right up to those sidewalls, because it self-levels so well, it will naturally just fall down those sidewalls on its own. So I don't need to place it there to start with, because it will naturally just float down there. So I'm just focusing it on the middle. Popping those larger air bubbles. And then using my striper brush to make sure it's nice and neat along the side walls and cuticle. I want a nice line of light, but I will slightly refine after anyway. That's that nail done. So the nail next to that one, I just had to quickly do a quick go over with it like the first layer I did, because as you saw, I accidentally got a little bit on there, and it would have been a nightmare to try and sort that out afterwards, because it was a big blob. So there would have been a little hump where that was, so I've just smoothed it out quickly before I popped my hand in the lamp. So this has got essentially an extra layer on this nail now, so I know that I can do this one quite thin, but because I am going to be refining after, I don't mind if they are a little bit too thick, because that will give me a bit of leeway to remove some in the refining process. I'm not going to make them too thin when I do that. I'm probably going to do these ones off camera now, just because you already saw me do two, and I'm doing the same thing on all of them. So I'm going to get on with finishing this process, and then I will top coat off camera as well, apply my peel off base coat, and then we can do a design with that beautiful red foil. So this is the nails. Let me just get back on my chair, seem to be sliding off it somehow. These are the nails fresh application. I have got a little bit of flood in here, but it's not actually touching my skin because I've pulled it away, so it just looks like it's really bad, but it's not actually touching at the minute. So I'm going to go in with my sanding band, and I'm just going to clean that bit up there, and I'm going to just go over a little bit. This looks also like it's on my skin, but it's not. It's just I have quite a deep sidewall on that specific nail. And it's just a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest, but you know, what can you do? So I'm just going to remove, sorry, can't get my words out, remove the tacky layer, and then I'm going to refine with my sanding band and a sponge buffer, and then, like I said, going with top coat, because I need to use these nails for some upcoming videos. So on the plus side, they are exactly what I wanted opacity wise. They're not like really completely opaque, but they're not really see-through either. but I am going to refine them, so that might potentially make them a little bit more transparent, but we'll see. Depends how much I remove in the refinement process, but so far so good. I really like this product. So I'm going to use my hand file to tidy up the sidewalls and free edge, just because sometimes capping the free edge can throw off the shape a little bit, and I do want them to be rounded. I know some people really hate like a rounded square shape, but I just cannot get on with sharp pointy squares. I love doing them, don't get me wrong, but I am a pain in the bum for basically pulling the nails away from the gel, and then I end up with rubbish nails because I've picked them all apart, so let's not do that. So just a quick go around. And then, like I said, I'm going to go in with my sanding band again. So I'm just going to do this on camera, but sped up. So here's just a quick update of what they look like now they've been refined. So I just quickly refined with my sanding band and then went over with my buffing block, and now I'm just going to top coat. So I am of course going to use the top coat from this brand because it just makes the most sense to do that. And then I'm going to be using their silver gel polish that you would have seen in the original video for this brand, if you've seen it, and it's this Kiss Me Now one. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's this holographic sparkly silver is stunning. So I'm going to have that as my base layer, base colour, and then we're going to do some patches of red foil over the top, and then we're going to do some snowflakes on top of that. So I'll just top coat on one nail just so you can see this coloured builder gel and what it actually looks like when it's top coated. It's such a natural colour, but it's still got enough pink to it, which is nice. So I think anyone who has their nails done with you who's not allowed to have their nails done with you for their job and stuff, this would be the perfect shade really, because they get a bit of colour but nothing that is gonna cause any problems. Okay, so I sort of need to hurry up the rest of this video now because it's just started absolutely tipping it down. I don't know how long you're gonna actually be able to hear me for now that it's raining. So let's turn the heater off at least, so that's one less background noise. So like I said, we're going to be using this beautiful polish here. I did swatch it in a previous video, but we're going to be using it in this design. So I have applied my peel off base coat already off camera and then waited a few minutes for it to dry. And now I'm just popping 2 coats of this beautiful, beautiful silver glitter on every nail. It's so, like, I can't honestly put into words how stunning it is. It is holographic, so it reflects all different colours. It's a real shame that it doesn't look hollow. I think hollow is really, really difficult to pick up on camera. So you're just going to have to take my word for it, but it is absolutely beautiful. And for such a fine, sparkly glitter as well, it's absolutely brilliant coverage. You could quite easily just wear it as one coat. It's just stunning. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing 2 coats, but I'll do the second one off camera just to make it a bit quicker. Obviously, you'll see what it'll look like after that anyway. And then we're going to pop a coat of foil gel on, because I'm going to be using that red foil after this step. We're just going to use it in a patchy sort of style, but I do want majority of the nail to be foil, if that makes any sense. I just want a bit of the silver underneath poking through, but look how beautiful that is. It's just mesmerising, honestly. So much better in person, so you are definitely just going to have to trust me on this one, but it is just stunning. So I'm going to fully cure that and then do a second coat of it as well, and then, like I said, do my foil gel coat. I'm going to be using the Sparkle Supplies UK foil gel, which is, where is it? Here it is. This is what it looks like. It's this bottle here. It's 15ml, super good price as well. And obviously you can get 15% off with my discount code, which is in my description box. And the discount code for Nail Reserve is also in my description box as well. So make sure to check that out if you're going to buy anything. I'm just going to do these coats off camera. So one coat more of this, a very thin coat of this, and then we can apply our foil gel and stamping on top. Okay, so I've applied the second coat of the colour and my foil gel coat as well. So I'm just going to now apply my foil gel in a patchy way. So I am just very quickly popping it on and then pulling it off before it really has time to stick too much. We want just a little bit, and then making sure to rotate the piece of foil as well, because if you try and put the same bit on there over and over that's not sticky anymore, it's going to be pointless. So this is what we're looking like at the moment. That foil's just stunning, isn't it? Okay, so this is what we've got, and then we're going to do some stamping on top. I am only going to stamp on 2 nails because I don't want to cover all of them. I want to be able to see the design. So we'll probably do some stamping on the middle 2 and then leave the outer 2 as they are, because glitter and foil, I think, is plenty. What more do you need? So I'm going to be using 2 different plates. We're going to use this cluster of snowflakes from this plate, which is XY-J28, which is just from a bundle of cheap plates from somewhere like Amazon or Shein. I don't know specifics. And then there's also this one, which is XY Merry Christmas 0X. Again, just another cheap plate. Had these for years and I use them every single year. And we're going to use these 2, I think, because they're both beautiful. In fact, I don't know. Maybe I should stick to this. No, I'm not going to use that plate. I don't know, actually. I might use a different image instead of snowflakes just to mix it up a little bit. I might do that one, this one. So I'm going to do this on one nail and then some snowflakes on another, I think, just to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's just get it done before I change my mind. So I'm going to just make sure that my plate is nice and clean, especially the image that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going over with a lint-free pad and then my finger to make sure that there's no fluff or anything on there. Just going to grab a piece of paper and my notepad next to me just to pop this on. So I'm just moving it down so you can see it, but it's not in the actual light because then it's difficult for you to see. I've got my polish next to me. I do need another bottle of this actually. I'm using the white TEMU stamping polish. There is hardly anything left in it. I keep forgetting to get a new one, especially now I'm not working. So the trick with stamping is to have everything that you're going to need for it right next to you for you to grab as quick as you can, because speed is like key with stamping. So we're going to go ahead and pop this on here. I've got my scraper right here where I'm going to scrape off at a 45-degree angle, not putting too much pressure on, but putting enough on to scrape the excess. And then I've got this right next to me as well to pick up and pop on straight away. So I'm just going to apply my white polish. Again, I'm just going in with that. Roll it onto my stamper. I don't want this one, I just want the 2. And then I'm just going to pop those, do I want a pinky? No, I'm going to pop them on here, like so. Very cute. And then, like I said, we're going to do a different design on the other nail. I think I'm going to do it on my index nail, so I leave a gap. So have one design, no design, one design sort of thing. And just do it that way. So where is what I said I was going to use here? We're going ahead with this. I'm doing it in the same way. Really need to get some more of this polish. I'm going to go and order it as soon as I finish this video so I don't forget. There's not enough in it. And then we're going to pop this on this nail, like so. Oh, that's really cute. I love that. And then I'm going to get my clean-up brush and acetone and just go around the outside of the nail, making sure that I've got all the product off. You can also top coat first and then just go over with a cotton pad and your nail polish remover, but I like to clean up first. It's just my preference. So this is what we look like. Very pretty. I absolutely love that. I could quite happily wear that on every nail, you know, because it's not too much. Especially because the white's not mega obvious, which is good. Because we've already got, obviously, red foil and some sparkles underneath. We don't need anything too crazy. So nice subtle design on top of all that chaos is quite nice. Just pop those to the side. So all that's left to do is get rid of everything so I've got space to breathe. So we're just going to top coat, because that is this design done. Builder gel feels lovely and strong, by the way. It's really nice because you can have it like quite thin still. Because I already had it on quite thin, but then I actually filed it as well, didn't I? So I actually took a bit more off. And it still feels nice and strong. Got no bend in it. And then of course at the end of the video, once you've had a proper look at them and they're all top coated and stuff and put a bit of cuticle oil on, we can then peel them off, which is very sad but also very satisfying. So this is what they look like. I'm just going to quickly fully cure them and then I'll show you properly. So here is the finished look. I absolutely love how they turned out. I really love this stamp, you know. I think that would look beautiful with pretty much any colour scheme. But I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. Very pretty. That foil is beautiful. The polish is beautiful. The builder gel is stunning colour and super, super strong. Look how thin it is. And it's still really strong. So, you know, props to that. So I'm going to remove them now. I just need to quickly take a thumbnail picture actually before I forget, else I'll be really stuck when I peeled them off. Okay, so I've got my thumbnail real quick. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to peel them off now, which is always sad, but very satisfying at the same time. So it sort of outweighs each other. I have actually found an alternative, hopefully, to my peely base that I use, because I always get questions about which base coat that I use for peeling off, but I don't like really advertise what I use as such. It's this, but I don't ever really make it clear because I know that I do have an audience in the UK, so you can't get it in the UK, which is really frustrating. I've told the story of how I got it a million times, so I'm not going to say it again for anyone who has already heard it, because you're probably sick of hearing it. But I just got lucky basically with getting a bottle from somebody who had a lot shipped over, so I won't be getting it again either. That came off really easy. But I have found an alternative from a brand that you can get in the UK quite easily, so I'm going to try it out. I will do it on a video when I use it for the first time. Oh, I've just scratched my actual top coat with these. These are so sharp, these tweezers, which is good, but also not good for this scenario. Maybe if I use my nippers that are basically blunt, that might be better. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on that soon. I did get another one actually that I said I was going to review, but I used it for something off camera really quickly and it was absolutely terrible, so I'm not even going to bother doing a video on it because I already know that it's rubbish and I don't want to waste anyone's time, including my own, of reviewing something that I've already used. It was this one. I got it from eBay. It probably is perfect for what it is made for, so I can't like slag it off because I didn't use it properly. I wanted it to come off straight away basically, and that is not what it's for. It's for you to be able to have a manicure that lasts like a few days instead of a few weeks, whereas I literally need it to last an hour and then come off, well not even that, but a few minutes after doing it I need it to come off straight away, so it isn't what I need basically. So I'm not going to do a video on it anymore. I did want to mention it just to let you know that it was a fail. So hopefully the new one that I've just happened to come across, someone used it on Instagram and tagged it, so I'm going to be trying that in a video soon. It's quite expensive, but it's cheaper than getting hollow taco across the borders. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back very soon with another one. Bye.